Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Today is Friday, July 11th. We are currently on block, let me look real quick, 638,655. What a beautiful, shining Friday. Welcome to our new office. I don't know if you can tell from the setup, but we have a brand new setup. We're going to see how this looks and works. We're probably going to be improving every week, but let's start out here. And let's start with a quick recap of the week. So first and foremost, and I know this isn't exactly Bitcoin, but bear with me. Dogecoin went on for quite a ride this week. Why did Dogecoin go up in price so much? Well, you'd probably have to be under 16 years old to intuitively know. But for those of us not paying attention to high school TikTok drama, there's been a viral trend on TikTok where these influencers are trying to price to $1. That's right, $1 Dogecoin price. That's ridiculous. But why should this matter as a Bitcoiner to me? Well, besides the fact that it's hilarious, there's two big reasons. First and foremost, Dogecoin has often been the leading bullish indicator for Bitcoin in the greater crypto market. In fact, going back to 2017, Dogecoin was really the thing that kicked off the big bull market. It moved right before Bitcoin did. So it's a good indicator. The second reason is that TikTokers are a whole new user base for Bitcoin, and a digitally native one at that. Most of these kids are young, and there's some young adults there too, getting acquainted with Bitcoin for the first time, thanks to everyone's meme-termed money. They may not even know how to use these accounts right now, but as they learn to buy Dogecoin, next thing they learn is how to buy Bitcoin. It works out that way. Will that happen? Who knows? But it'll be an interesting thing to watch. Moving along to everyone's favorite Bitcoin sidechain, Aetherium, which has taken on more Bitcoin recently. Dune Analytics is estimating that just this past month, the month of June, WBTC added 4,800 wrapped Bitcoins onto its platform. The reason behind this wave of Bitcoin wrapping is because yield farming has exploded on Ethereum. Yield farming is kind of this complicated thing that's a bit of hocus pocus, but basically farmers are posting their Bitcoin along with other things as collateral in order to take advantage of these ridiculously high interest rates that certain protocols are offering in order to incentivize new users to use their platform or rebalance their lending platform in general. One thing to look out for, though, is when the system, what happens to the system when Bitcoin starts taking off in price. A lot of speculators decided that they need their Bitcoin back quickly, and who knows what will happen in terms of the very quick dismantling of that system. And you could probably be left with a few people holding some big bags. So something to look out for, something to be interested in. Bitcoin volatility. This has been a huge theme for the past really month, but Bitcoin's been relatively quiet. According to Buy Bitcoin Worldwide, the volatility actually has been at a historical low. Not a record low, but very historically low. The 30-day volatility dropped below 1.5% on Monday, which is the lowest it's been since the beginning of April 2019. What's important to understand is that Bitcoin often acts as a spring, and these moments of low volatility tend to signal the beginning of a giant macro trend and high volatility. April 2019, for example, was the beginning of the move from 4K Bitcoin prices to eventually in June, 13K Bitcoin prices. And then what's interesting is that the other most recent moments that saw Bitcoin's 30-day volatility drop below 1.5% were November 2018, when Bitcoin's price ultimately dropped from 6,500 to its low in December of 3,200. May 2017, when Bitcoin began its surge from around $1,700 to its ultimate $19,000 in December of 2017. And then December 2016, when Bitcoin finally started its surge from $700 to its all-time highs at $1,200 to kick off the new year. So, that's something to pay attention to. Doesn't mean that there's going to be a crazy move, but it's correlated interesting that as soon as you hit these pockets of low volatility, it's really that spring that just explodes it forward in one way or the other. The last story I want to cover is Coinbase has, really given you insight into what you should think about ICOs because they're filing for potentially an IPO. Rumors have been swirling that the company has plans to go public early next year. While it's not clear whether or not they're planning to do an IPO or just list on the stock market, it is clear And unsurprising that Brian is ready to cash in, just in time for a potential 2021 bull market. I know what you're thinking. Another exchange token, woohoo. And also, I'm sure your DeFi bags are just ready to pump. That's sarcasm. But I'd say that this is ups the game for the crypto space in general, especially as some weird regulatory questions start entering the conversation. Like I'm already envisioning someone with some bags that they want to get listed on Coinbase, buying up a whole bunch of Coinbase stock to try and sway the board. I mean, it just the ideas behind it kind of get silly at some point. On the flip side, though, it'll be curious to see how Coinbase stock correlates with the Bitcoin's price. Will investors see this as a way to participate in Bitcoin's upside without touching the asset? Will the Coinbase spike and then people see that as an indicator to buy Bitcoin, thereby spiking Bitcoin's price? Vice versa? Will it totally flip-flop when Warren Buffett calls Coinbase rat poison cubed? Who knows? Will market analysts finally be forced to learn about Bitcoin, understand it, and then use it to assign proper ratings to Coinbase stock? Or will they continue to just assume that it's some fake thing and totally worthless? Who knows? Well, that does it for our show today. I hope you guys have a great week. And remember to stay humble, stack some sats, and I'll see you next week.